Welcome back to the next episode of Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is the Confederate campaign we started in spring of 1861. Union forces retreat again out of Maryland after their defeat in the Battle of Baltimore. We see a small naval engagement that gets the better of the weaker Confederate forces, and a second battle at Salem develops. That and a whole lot more in the latest episode of Grand Tactician, the Civil War. May 20th, 1862, and Beauregard's army out east is engaged with Union forces in Maryland. I don't know if this is probably more of a rearguard action for the Union forces as their Union armies are in retreat. The only thing that we cannot move our forces around as they are engaged. We can move Stuart's cavalry. We also, Cox's Corps can also move with his 30,000 men. Union is trying to secure Frederick. We might order McCulloch's army to engage the Army of Northeastern Virginia. We'll order Preston's cavalry to scout ahead. Let's send St. George Cock over to try to hit these Union Corps to break this siege of Frederick. I don't want to lose the Frederick connection. Okay, they are retreating back. Alright, so the Union forces are retreating back into Pennsylvania. So their attempt to retake Frederick is failed. Do have some brigade commanders wounded in action that we need to replace. Edward Johnston that took over for Jones after Jones's promotion. Not a real good pool of lieutenants available. Lieutenant William T. Martin might be a good candidate. So we currently have recruitment set at max subsidies to try to catch up to or try to narrow that gap in manpower. Union have about 100,000 man advantage over us. Early is also wounded in action. We'll have to replace him. And back over in the west, Johnston's got 2 perks available to him. I think we'll do Ambulance Corps. We are currently upgrading the Salem Depot. So our reports on the Union front lines, it looks like they've recovered some of their manpower after our victories along the Mississippi, as we have several corps now with 20,000 plus men. So I don't know if we'll be able to split them off here. We're trying to actually get Joe Johnston's army in supporting distance. All right, we're gonna order Armistead to take Evansville, and then probably set up a depot there. Archer will follow behind. We did have some access to some Springfield rifle muskets. I think three brigade worth of them. We gave them to Price's Corps. Taking a look at Tillman and his army in Kansas. Pegram's cavalry headed towards Leavenworth. Alright, so Union armies retreating back into Pennsylvania as we enter May the 22nd. Lee is really slow to increase his readiness. Pegram has reached their destination, and they're starting to gain control of Leavenworth, unopposed. Looks like the Union armies have started moving out in the Western Theater. We also have a naval engagement. We have sent some raiders in to raid the blockade. And it does not look like the battle is going well for us. It looks like, and the CSS Raleigh is disabled already. Yeah, it does not look good. So the North Carolina squadron is retreating. retreating to Annapolis. Let's see what we can do. We might be able to maybe hit this one corps of the Union. They might be isolated enough. Let's change stance of Price and take an hour. Oh, there's an engagement already. Jacob N. Milligan has found himself cut off from the rest of the Union corps. It looks like we have another opportunity here to hit an isolated Union corps. Our scouts report the enemy is near Salem, Illinois, and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing the army of the Northwest under command of Jacob Milligan. Estimated strength, 25,000, 34 guns. The enemy army is green. Morale is reported to be stable. We are, according to this, on the defensive again. Ooh, defending behind the river. Alright, so we're deployed in the town of Springfield here, just to cover our victory objectives. We'll see how the Union Corps lines up. We'll probably take the offensive to try to score a major. Not a lot of entrenchments built, since we'll probably fight out of them anyways. Let's get this started. Oh, Johnston's on the field of battle. No sign of Union troops. My only one thing that Union could do is if they came across the rail bridge here and try to hit our left. That's why I kept a couple brigades under Slack and Rains to guard maybe against such a thing. Well, we are actually slightly outnumbered before our reinforcements come. See the lead Union brigade marching down the road, so they are kind of looking at our left flank. Frost will deploy skirmishers. Same with Walker. I'm not seeing anything coming across the rail bridge. I might send Slack across. Let's move up Pelham's guns here. Can he get in range? No. Union has stopped their march for now. We're going to order some units from Hill's division. Looks like Pelham has found some range on the Union troops. So Union coming straight down the road. And they've run into Walkers and Frost skirmishers. Pelham's got a nice line of fire. Stevenson sends out some skirmishers. Price's Corps not waiting to stay behind the entrenchments and going right after the Union brigades. Let's call up Gibor's guns. I get a good angle of fire from over here. Frost and Pelham's guns trying to focus attention on the 1st Brigade, and the 1st Brigade looks like they're wavering. All right, we're going to send in the remaining forces under Hill. Slack is going to try to extend our left. We'll move Rains across the river in as a reserve brigade. We'll give him iron discipline. And that leaves Chetham's small division. We'll try to wheel them around the far right. See, Gibor's guns are going to try to get into a good firing position. So the Union Corps up against the hardened veterans of Price's Corps. McBride is going to try to jump this 1st Brigade. McBride finally starting to load. Let's move Stevenson's brigade up. And Gibor is finally in position. So we got support of guns in our center. Oh, I gave the wrong orders to Stevenson. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I sent the wrong orders. Stevenson's caught himself into a bad position. Let's try to have him fall back. Oh, that was a mistake. Call it Parsons Brigade. Yep, Stevenson's broke. I was trying to order Gibor and his guns to kind of, I think, change facing a little bit. McBride's taking some flank fire. caused some casualties on our ranks. Little Frost and Walker trying to do some damage to the 2nd Brigade. But now McBride finds himself kind of isolated. Let's see if we can't send Rains in to support. The Union is establishing a nice battle line, though, and now they've got a large artillery reserve. You take these guns on the flank here, see what Clark can do. McBride can't seem to find the cover behind this fence. Parsons can't straighten out his line. McBride taking heavy losses. Is Rains in support yet? Let's see if Rains can help. Let's see if Frost might be able to roll up the Union flank. McBride getting assaulted. Oh, and they're breaking. Clark going in to try to take this gun. This Union battery is giving us a lot of grief. Taking some casualties here. We need to get Chetham's brigades into support. So he's going to come in. B and McGowan coming to reinforce kind of our shaky center. Our center has been real shaky for a few reasons. Mistaken orders, bad positioning by Parsons. I don't know why we need to try to fall back. Yeah, McBride sent reeling back. We got Slack's brigade too. Well, let's call up Slack's brigade to get in around the flank. Rains has come in to kind of secure the center at least. Oh, Clark's brigade is broken. Hill demoralized. We've inflicted 31, lost 1,700 so far, so casualties a little bit higher on our end than normal for Price's Corps. Finally, Gibor finds some line of sight and begins to fire. Back to idle. Alright, Parsons is now stable. Here comes Slack's brigade, coming in on the flank of these Union brigades in the center now. See if we can't. Let's move B's brigade to the far right. Let's see if we can get Bartow's guns over here also. Lawton can kind of help protect those guns. Coming in around 4 in the evening now, though, so daylight is starting to. Still some time, a few more hours. Hopefully we can secure the victory before the next day. Like Parsons has stabilized. Let's see if we can't move him forward to help in this attack. Try to move Gibor's guns forward too. You can see a lot of the Union brigades are starting to waver now. Our enemy is retreating. Let's see where we have them. We have them at 4,700 in losses, about 18%. We need to get to 31%. This might be a challenge, but there's 53 seconds allotted to us to wrap up these retreating Union forces. We're going to try to wheel Slack in the rear. We're going to push forward with Frost. Parsons re-established their line. You can see them opening fire. And now it's time to call B into the mix. That was a lonely Union brigade. See if we can get Lawton to try to take this Union battery. We're trying to give them everything we got. Casualties up to 25.4% with 30 seconds left in the retreat. All right, let's send in Lawton's cavalry. Slack's brigade is exhausted, but they've only lost 15 men. All right, 34.6%. So we have enough for the major victory. As Price's Corps is able to do it all on his own. See if Lawton can take these guns. Union forces in full retreat. Yeah, all their brigades are broken. All right, another major victory scored by the Army of the West, specifically Price's Corps. Our losses amount up to 2,100, and we inflicted 9,500 on the Union. Colonel Clark has fallen in disgrace. Glorious victory at Salem. Battle of Salem has ended with the Army of Northwest retreating in panic. We have captured another 5,000 rifles and 20 guns. Let's see the aftermath of this. So another Union Corps trying to, I think, coming in from the north, trying to support the Army of the Northwest, but I don't think they're going to get caught on their own and isolated themselves. Longstreet does deserve a promotion. Who would take over? Should probably give Longstreet Buckner's Corps. Or Rains. Rains might be a good slack. There's so many good generals in this division. Even though Frost has probably the best brigade in Longstreet's division, he was defamed earlier in the campaign. So he would probably not get promoted. It'd be up to Slack and Rains. I'm going to order Price to strike at that marching Union Corps, that 36th Army. So Diplomacy 1 has been selected. With diplomatic focus in policy making, relations with European superpowers can be boosted with diplomacy subsidies. This policy also allows the import of Enfield and Lorenz rifles. So we did that policy to try to get better weapons into our arsenal. We'll research bounties next. This act will allow government funding for states so that recruitment bounties can be offered to volunteers. These payments will attract more volunteers to the ranks at an increased cost. The morale of serving veterans will be damaged and desertions will increase. I need more men, though. Volunteer units, morale -5, number of volunteers plus 25%. Let's see if another engagement is... Nope, it looks like 36th Army is retreating. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. If you are new to the channel, check out some of the other videos that are available, especially if you're new to this campaign. I do appreciate your time. Hope to see you on the next one. Have a very good day.